sustainability, innovation, and the idea of meritocracy. So when we talk about sustainability, I did this 2 days back. Let me try whether that works. You all know what it is. Typical music of Indian roads. 2-3 days ago, one evening I thought about this, and with the help of a LLM, something like ChatGPT, I tried to make an estimate of how much money we waste. We spent about 250 million liters of petrol extra because we honk. I assumed about 50 million cars, and we honk about, on an average, 10 minutes, 250 million liters of petrol, about 2,500 crores of rupees wasted every year, and about 560 metric tons of carbon dioxide extra emitted. This is just the money part. And if you look at how much more cortisol produced because of this noise pollution, and the healthcare cost is extra. One time in one of these panel discussions, we talked about sustainability very passionately. The chair of the conference asked us, this is all nice and beautiful, but do we have the money to make that change? Most sustainability efforts, we do not have that money we are thinking about. We need little change of behavior. That is difficult. Why is it difficult? Because we are talking about what is called the tragedy of the commons. Air is free, environment is free, water is free, anything free and unrestricted, the end is a tragedy. That is the tragedy of the commons. So when we think about sustainability, we definitely need champions for it. We can keep talking and talking and talking. Champions at every level. We have one panel discussion fully dedicated to it. I think we all can hear and discuss more. Then this idea of innovation. Every group of people who could have some influence, professors and academic leaders and policymakers and politicians and parents, would tell whomever they can influence, innovation and creativity is important, but you follow what I tell you. So the challenge is, the starting point of innovation is your ability to deviate. Deviate not for achieving a selfish purpose, deviate for achieving a higher purpose. So we can keep talking about innovation, but if we keep forcing everybody to follow the norm, we are not going to achieve that. And what are the enemies of innovation? Hyper-hierarchy, not having the ability to empower at every level. If we do not empower at every level, if the professor is telling you, just follow what I tell you to follow, I don't think we are instilling or engendering the idea of sustainability and creativity. Finally, I want to make it short. Finally, this notion of meritocracy. We all the time talk about we need more and more job creators, not job seekers, and we need more and more leaders, not followers. But how do we admit our students? We look at one particular test, IIT, JEE, Mains, Advanced, or BITS test, or any other test, assuming that test would really understand and evaluate the so-called quality, but we measure one, but we expect something else. If you measure raw IQ, Harvard professor Gardner had written an interesting book and published several papers about multiple intelligence. But you measure one narrow dimension of intelligence and expect everything else to come through. That's also not going to happen. We have another panel discussion talking about those ideas. Once again, I'm really delighted and very happy and thankful to all of you. What I feel is only gratitude, and thank you everyone, and thank you. Jai Hind. you.